Super Eagles players and how they performed in their various club sides in Europe the past weekend. Let's get straight into it. So let's start with some sad news before we get into the good stuff. Some Super Eagles players picked up injuries during the international break and they'll be out for a while. Let's start with Wilfred Ndidi. Wilfred Ndidi picked up an injury the game against Bafana last weekend, the World Cup qualifying game, and sadly he will be out for a couple of weeks. And ORYIMAN has picked up a serious hamstring injury and he'll be out till December, and unfortunately there are chances that he might also miss out on the AFCON. Sad one there for ORYIMAN. Victor Osimhen also, he picked up an injury again in the game against Bafana, and he'll be out till later this month. This is one of the reasons why we called out CAF for letting South Africa allow the Super Eagles game against Bafana take place in that bad pitch. I think that's the major reason why ORYIMAN picked up that injury. This is so terrible. If CAF is letting South Africa host games in such a, these guys have got lots of beautiful pitches, great stadiums, and they happen to pick the worst possible stadium to host this World Cup qualifying game against Super Eagles, and unfortunately ORYIMAN picked up an injury and he'll be out for a very long time. This is very sad. CAF needs to look into this. Yeah, I saw a tweet from a journalist out there, an expert actually, who contacted FIFA. I can't really recall his name, but unofficially contacted someone from FIFA and put out questions that why would FIFA let the game between South Africa and Nigeria take place in such a bad pitch. And the reply he got was that CAF, the federation responsible for handling the qualifiers, were the ones who usually vet these pitches and approve these pitches, and they are responsible for this. And FIFA has no business with that. CAF needs to do better. They need to do better. And NFF again, see, if we see that the conditions ain't good to play games, away games, we need FIFA, CAF, NFF needs to send an advance party to check these pitches, to check if these pitches are in good condition, and if these pitches are not in good condition, call out the federation and let them take games away from such terrible pitches. If they claim they don't have any better pitch, then take the game away from them. Play in a neutral ground, for God's sake. South Africa has got better pitches, and now look what has happened. ORYIMAN will be out for a very long time, and he might miss the AFCON. This is terrible from South Africa, terrible from CAF, and also disappointing from NFF not to take this up and not to vet pitches before the Super Eagles fly out to play. It's very bad. Well, anyways, let's move on to the good stuff. During the weekend, had some Nigerian players who made their debut in the Premier League. Tolu Arokodare, of course, moved to Wolves during the international break. Christantus Uche also made a very good transfer to Crystal Palace. Both had their debuts for their respective club, and also Kelechi Iheanacho. But let's start with Tolu Arokodare. He had a decent debut, even though Wolves lost against Newcastle 1-0. He had a very good debut for Wolves, and he could have gotten a couple of assists if the players with him didn't miss sitters, and he had a good game. Unfortunately, he didn't find the net, but at least an assist. He made a very good pass, and his teammate just missed a sitter and denied him of getting an assist in his debut. But he had a good game, and it looks like he's going to really thrive at Wolves, and he's going to be a key and important player. 66 minutes on the pitch for Wolves against Newcastle. Christantus Uche came on in the 84th minute for Crystal Palace 0-0 draw and stepped onto the pitch, and he looked like he just blended in. he blended right into the Crystal Palace team, had a beautiful shot on target, which was denied by the goalkeeper. 6 minutes on the pitch, decent outing for Christantus Uche. Hopefully, in their EFL game on Tuesday, he is going to start and see. This guy, he's going to do wonders as Crystal Palace. He blends right into the team. Kelechi Iheanacho had his debut also for Celtic, and he got Kelechi is too good when it comes to penalties. He stepped on majestically to take on the penalty for Celtic in the last minute, and he scored a beautiful penalty to help Celtic with all 3 points. Boniface also got an assist for Werder Bremen, and he came on in the second half, and he got an assist for Werder Bremen, helped Werder Bremen in their 4-0 thrashing of Gladbach. Yeah, in the 4-0 thrashing of Gladbach. A good outing for Boniface. And guess what? Boniface is not the only Nigerian at Werder Bremen. We also got Felix Agu. Remember Felix Agu, who had who was part of the Unity Cup team, the friendly tournament in the UK. Felix Agu is at Werder Bremen. He's been there for a while now. He also had a decent outing for Werder Bremen. And there's this Nigerian again, 24-year-old Justin Njinmah. Justin Njinmah hasn't repped Nigeria yet, and he also hasn't repped Germany yet. He's eligible to play for Nigeria. He already has 2 goals this season for Werder Bremen. He came off from the bench to get on the score sheet. The 24-year-old, one player that Super Eagles should look towards in the future. He's a great player. So guys, these are some of the Nigerian players who stood out during the weekend. Of course, Fulham's Alexander Iwobi was in the lineup. Also, he helped Fulham get a 1-0 win. We didn't get to see Chukwueze get his debut, but hopefully in the coming days we'll see Chukwueze get his debut for Fulham. So the Premier League this season, Nigerian players in the Premier League season, it's going to be fire, like back to back, all the clubs. We've got lots of clubs to follow as Nigerians in the Premier League right now. We'll be following Wolves, we'll be following Crystal Palace, we'll be always been following Fulham. Man, it's going to be really, really interesting. So guys, drop your thoughts on the Super Eagles players, on how they performed. Which players impress you the most? Did Tolu Arokodare impress you? Do you see him getting on the score sheet back to back for Wolves? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to like and of course subscribe. Show us support and help us reach 20,000 subscribers. See you in the next one. I remain Yemzi. Cheers.
I was mad at the cement. This is
as it's complicated.
Hear me and hear me well.